What's up, guys? It's John Dominique, the Soul Proponent, once again back at you with another video. Today I want to talk about demand, as in demand and supply. It's been called to my attention on a number of occasions that the soul is not profitable. There's no demand for it. Unfortunately, I think this is a huge error, because what's really happening is, on an unconscious level, humanity has been longing for the soul for thousands and thousands of years. We just don't know it. Everything humanity has been doing has been trying to accomplish the same thing that the soul has already accomplished. The feeling of value, the feeling of richness, the feeling of being worthy of something. These feelings do not come from accomplishments. They do not come from the market. They do not come from money. They do not come from demand or supply. They come from within us. They come from the source of our richness, which is the soul, source of infinite and eternal riches. On an unconscious level, if we agree that there's something more important than the soul, or if we agree that the soul is not profitable, there's no demand for it, we're contributing to the collective unconscious. We are in fact agreeing that it's okay to live our lives without self-worth. And that's what's been happening for thousands of years. The effects have been disastrous for humanity. Warfare, violence, madness, injustice, inequality, disparity. Humanity is lost without the soul. So to say there's no demand for the soul is a huge problem, because again, we're contributing to the collective unconsciousness, agreeing that it's okay to live our lives without self-worth on an unconscious level. Now, I'm not the type of person to try to put a guilt trip on anyone, but this is not something I want to pass down to my children or to the future generations, that it's okay to live our lives without self-worth, because 9 times out of 10, that's what's going to happen. They're not just me, but my children aren't going to know the value or the source of their own value, and they're going to try to get it from somewhere else like everybody else, because that's what the whole system is designed for us to do. It's designed to perpetuate ignorance and unconsciousness on a collective level. So if I don't know the source of my own value, how can I teach anybody else about the source of their value? So if I don't value myself, I don't value others, I'm going to pass this down to my future children. To me, this is a travesty. This is very detrimental to humanity to do something like this. And I'm not trying to make anybody feel guilty for it, but I'm just trying to make people aware that the burial and the rejection of Christ is really the burial and rejection of the soul. We've been finding every excuse in the book to try to keep the soul out of our awareness, because it's not convenient. It's not easy. Right? So the burial and rejection of Christ is really the burial and rejection of the soul. We don't think it's important. Let's crucify it, scourge it, beat it, trample upon it, spit upon it, treat it as insignificant. That's what's been happening for thousands of years. The soul has been rejected from the Trinity by the builders who rejected the cornerstone. Right? It's not important. It's sinful. It's to be avoided. That's pretty much the basic message that we get about the soul from the builders who rejected, which is me, which is collective identity. So, I've done my part as far as rejecting the soul. I've done my fair share of it. But at this point in my life, I cannot continue to do that now that I know better. And I hope I'm not the only one that feels this way. I can't do this by myself. I need some people to help me spread this awareness. This is important. This is not something to be played with. It's not something to just, talk about it once or twice and then just forget about it the following day. This is something that needs to be upheld every single day, every single moment, for the love of humanity. John Dominique, the Soul Proponent. Peace.